Question 2. A scale drawing of a conference room is shown below. Each interval on the drawing is 1 inch long. So I can look at my picture and then I look down at the question to see what we're actually asked to find. What are the dimensions and area of the conference room? So remember, dimensions means the measurement, and area is how many squares are covering it. So we need to find the length and the width and the area. They ask us the actual length of the conference room is how much, and it doesn't actually matter, but for the answer keys online, they use the length as the longer side and the width as the shorter side for this problem. So they want us to find the actual length and the actual width of this conference room. Then they want us to find the actual area of the entire conference room. So first, I like to draw another picture of it to keep myself organized. And I see that they told us about a food area and a drinks area and a demonstration area, but we actually don't need that information because they just want the entire room. So they put those in to distract you. So this rectangle represents our actual room. And we're going to need to find the actual length and the actual width. As I know, when we have to find two different dimensions, we're going to have to set up two different proportions. But first, I need to find the lengths and widths on our drawing by counting how far apart these are. Remember, when you count, you do not start here. That's 0. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So my length is 22, and they tell me that each interval stands for 1 inch, so that would be 22 inches. And now I do the same thing to count the width. I don't count here because I haven't gone anywhere yet. We're not counting the squares, we're counting these distances. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the width of our conference room is 12 inches. So in the picture, the length is 22, the width is 12. Now I'm ready to set up my proportions. I have to use a different proportion for both the length and the width. So I'm going to be setting up two different proportions. But my scale factor is the same in both. So they tell me that the scale factor is 1 inch equals 2.5 meters. Since I'm giving the labels, I'm going to use them to make it easier. So I know that I have to have inches on top and meters on the bottom because that's how I was given the ratio, inches to meters. And I'm starting with the length. So I look at my length number, which is 22 inches. Since it's inches, I know it has to be on the top. And then I'll put my variable in the last place. Now I can cross multiply. 1 times x is just x. And 2.5 times 22 is 55. And I know right here that we're looking for x and it's meters, so that's 55 meters. So the length of my actual room is 55 meters. Now I need to find a separate proportion. I need to write a separate proportion to find the width. My scale factor hasn't changed. My scale factor is still 1 inch to 2.5 meters. I can still use my labels, but now I'm finding the width, and the width number is 12 inches. I know to match up my units, So 12 inches, and I'm looking for how many meters the actual room is. Now, once again, I cross multiply. 1 times x is just x. 2.5 times 12 is 30. And it's meters. So I know my other missing side, the other side of my actual room is 30 meters. So the actual length of the conference room that we found was 55 meters. The actual width of the conference room we found was 30 meters. And now I need to find the area. We remember the area is length times width. So I'll just take my 55 meters times 30 meters, and I'll get 1,650 square meters. That just means that originally the 55, these were straight lines. The 55 and the 30 was just a straight line. But now we're measuring it in how many squares cover the room. So it would be covered in 1,650 squares that are each 1 meter large.